Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back. Wargame, Red Dragon, Lantau Island next. Let's get into it. No more wasting time. Got 15 points to spend there on artillery and such. Unfortunately, it can only come in via the naval position at Hong Kong Island at this time. Not going to really need any sort of artillery. Well, at least we won't be able to get it to where we need it until later. Nothing else can really move. Things are panicked, and we just went through 2 battles, so nothing else really going to be able to help out anywhere else. So Lantau Island comes down to the Canadians and the British commandos holding against F-ton of tanks. Hopefully we can do it. 78 naval units to come in. There's 12 ZTSs. Oh my gosh. Cargo trucks. Infantry that can come in as well if they capture a spawn zone. So hopefully that doesn't happen. We control the entirety of the map other than Naval Sector Gulf. And we do have our strike squadron, Princess Patricia's with us, and also the commando regiment. So let's roll. Let's hope it all goes well. So anyway, let's hope as well that you like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. Also give some good support to other members of the Rat Pack as well. It's all greatly appreciated, of course. So we'll continue then by putting our CPs out. And let's see, we'll probably want the cheapest ones there are. Now, I previously went over this in a previous episode, what my defensive plan would be, and I think it's going to work because knowing this map, there's only real 2 areas they can attack from, and if we hold this center city, they're going to have to feel our full weight all at once, and the tanks are probably going to have to come in 1 at a time or 2 at a time. So if we stop them from capturing the Tu San Juan area, we should be pretty good. So we're actually going to put some Royal Marines there, probably just the hardened ones. They may actually just perish right away, which is a horrible thing to say, but it's probably likely against those numbers. I do want to keep enough for cluster bombers as well. Didn't want to... there. Okay. These Royal Marines do have Gustav launchers with them as well, which makes them even more deadly. I don't think the enemy has any sort of aircraft either, but the remainder of our points is mostly going to be spent on infantry, so we're going to try to make sure they don't come in from anywhere other than directly in front of us. So we're going to try to spend all of the points on those hardened units and then our veteran units on the right side. If they come in from the factory, they're probably going to pass through these neighborhoods here. So we'll kind of put our defenses towards the back and cover all intersections if we can. Meanwhile, that CP is not a good idea. Instead, we'll purchase the command squad and keep them defended as well. And we'll put the last group of stormers there. Canadian rifles can defend the rear then. Really, the whole thing is a front. It's not just the rear because the enemy can flank us quite easily. And we do have recon with us, which is in the form of a Cougar recon. And that actually has a nice gun on it too, a 76mm heat, which it'll be good against infantry. And it has good line of sight too, so we'll keep an eye on the enemy movements with that. And we'll also try to hold Tu San Juan for maybe a land call out. Anyway, we barely have any points for aircraft, and we do have our FOB over here, which I wonder if I could just drop it in town somewhere. That'd be perfect. We can actually send infantry units to defend around the FOB, and that'll keep them well defended. Interesting to see that Abbott is 70 points. Cougar is 25, AVRE 40 for infantry kills. The Grizzly here with the recon unit. Exceptional stealth on them too. Maybe we can send them to keep an eye on what's going on at the front. Too bad we don't have another units we can spend. No more points. Anyway, that should be it. Let's get started then. That's all we'll be able to do for now. These stormers are going to be a waste of points on the front, so let's make sure they don't get any more points and just move them all back. Meanwhile, these Canadian rifles can move up into the forest just up at the top of the hill. That'll be a good blocking position against the enemy. And look at that, we've already got 16 income, so that's pretty good. Move this Grizzly back a little bit. And the recon unit can keep an eye on enemy landings. Okay, so they'll probably land here or here. Either way, they're going to have to come at us, and we'll shift our units accordingly. The big attack is coming, and it's only a matter of time now until they're fully here. The big forces. Now, keep in mind, they're going to make naval landings in those units that have Gatling or 25mm cannons on them. So we're going to send out a tornado to see if we can see where their forces are moving exactly. This might be able to look at ground units, but I cannot actually remember. Regardless, it can set up for a nice bombing run before the enemy hits. We're tied, by the way, 3,999, basically 4,000 morale points for both units. Here we go. Okay, so we want to get out of there. Now these cannot be easily killed with a cluster bomb. I'm sure you'll all be screaming to do it, but it's a no-go. We'll have to wait until those units actually drop their units off, and we'll get another tornado ready to go. We're almost out of fuel. We're less than half now. We're going to have to make this bombing run right now. I don't know what's going on. Where are those units? What the hell? They dropped them off over there? I don't... Are they able to choose? What the hell? I don't know. Anyway, here comes the GR1s. It's breaking off. 25 millimeters going insane. Good hits on those units. No destruction, though. Hopefully they don't get close to the recon. Oh, just don't even shoot. Okay, so we're taking a little bit of damage there. Able to keep an eye on this landing. It looks like they're heading upriver, too. That's something I hadn't anticipated. Though I don't think they're going to go very far before they get stopped. 63 A's are moving up. That's 10-point infantry transport. So we do have infantry coming at us. We do have all the planes we can call out now in our inventory, so I'm going to call up some more Canadian rifles. Just trained. Might be able to stop them at the river here. They probably won't go any further, but if they start attacking the FOB, I'm going to be furious, because that's what usually... I don't understand. The computer's got a real hard-on for FOBs, and there they go. I don't get that. I mean, I understand that they want to cost me a FOB, but... De FOB. So you'll see that these cluster munitions are not too effective against them. Both had to hit in order to shut that one down. A little frustrating, really. And this FOB's going to be pretty damaged. No real attack yet from the enemy. It's got to be coming from one of the flanks. Remember, calling out 2 recon units at once and then splitting them up is a better buy, as you can get them to spawn twice as fast and then move out. I'm really concerned at what's going on the right side. I've not seen really any movement. Oh, here we go. Okay, these are the actual tanks now that we're going to be engaging. 20 points, remember. We're going to be... The front line's coming here in just a second. Okay, so they actually did manage to land some units on that side. Good, now we can actually fight some damn units that are worth something. We'll move these Marines up in just one moment. The 63s are just out of range. And we'll cluster bomb the shit out of those. Okay, they're getting close into town, which is great because they can't shoot at us from a long distance. And they've all stopped. That's fantastic. Oh, we're going to chew them up. Those landing craft are astoundingly resilient. Minimal damage to our infantry, because clusters in this game are not as effective against killing those. And they're sitting targets now. Grizzlies, in the meantime, have been moved into a better position. We've got enemy units crawling around the back. This is why I do the manual drop, by the way. Okay, this GR1 just went full derp. Okay, so we do have Marines that are in desperate need of refitting. They're very close to being too weak. This 14 count man, 14 man units there are going to stay put. It's actually really nice, rather than spending the money on a actual transport for the supplies. The range on these is 525. The range on the Canadian rifles is 875. So though it does less damage, it could kill infantry transports at a greater range. So we're going to call those out. I'm having a fear that they're not done yet. Here comes some more landing craft. I don't think they can make a landing at Delta though there. Cougar recons are ready. We're going to send those around. We're going to keep them together until we get a little closer to the shore. Okay, so these 3 units. These transports are astoundingly resilient. Really interesting AA units. And you can't see them. You can't really do anything to them. As you saw, they took quite a few hits from the Carl Gustav launcher. So they're hard to kill. Alright, so we've got 3 of the 4 cluster bombers ready to go. This is going to be in contest again until our Margaret Thatcher Pimp Smack steams her way over here. The Illustrious. Sounds like a good stripper name. These Cougars, by the way, are going to be very good light tank fighters, so we're going to call them up. AVREs, not so much. The regular recon, we're going to put them in the town as well. We're going to just keep adding to defenses now. We don't have that command section to the right, and I thought it would be steamed over by now, but we're actually able to hold it. So we're going to put a command there, and then we'll just move it into Tucson-Juan in a minute. This is an anti-aircraft group right here, so we could turn on our recon. Kill their asses. If they get close enough. Grizzlies here are ready for defense on the right side, so we'll drop them in, just in case we get flanked. And we'll have our Grizzlies hide up there. No contact yet, and real light defenses around the CP there, but we kind of do have kind of a nice grid. And we see that the Cougar Recon on the left is not seeing any units. Foxtrot could be crawling with tanks, but I think they would have attacked by now. So the enemy's going to just kind of sit where they're at. Though they've made their naval landing, so I don't know if we'll be able to push them out. I haven't yet tried that before, but worst case scenario, we'll just kind of have like a major victory or something rather than a total victory, just due to the fact that there were Chinese troops here before the end of our turns. But the thing is, by the time our reinforcements arrive, if the Chinese are basically, oh wait a minute, there was a unit here. If the Chinese are caught trying to make a landing without actually being able to make the landing, they're basically caught between a rock and a hard place. British Navy behind them, British troops in front of them, and right in between you have a not very friendly beach. Let's see what units are killed here. Nothing, okay. We'll move up these Canadian rifles to see exactly what that was. A lot of infantry making their landing here. Looks like the recon unit just killed them. Apparently they're firing their fully automatic sniper rifle. Ah, yes. Canadians, masters of technology. Alright, looks like we've got the Martin Landau forces here. Is that guy's name? Anyway, we'll kill that infantry, no problem. Walter. I was thinking of Walter Landau. Is that it? I don't know. Alright, so our recon group there just annihilated another group of infantry. Speaking of infantry on infantry action, here we go, baby. Now, of course, it's a little unfair. We've got more men in the Cougar Recon, but hey, there's nothing fair about battle. Actually, it would be good to call up artillery and kill some of these damn infantry units. Let's do that. We'll call up some supplies as well. Alright, we'll fight our way across there. If we fight our way to the middle of this, we'll be able to keep an eye on any further advances. Oh, T-60... 63s are up. Oh, and there's finally a command. Interesting. Oh, stay away from that. Okay, we'll move our command into here. Where'd he go?
Target in sight. Adjusting aim.
Hit him, hit him, hit him. Yeah, I got one of them. Okay, there's infantry sitting there, but we'll get them with the artillery as soon as that arrives. They're making their way. CP's in position next to the Royal Marines. They did capture Alpha for a brief moment. And Canadian Recon, just astounding. This must be the best unit in the game. Alright, we do have, it's the Chinese infantry command, by the way. Ooh, tank-on-tank violence here. Oh, beautiful. I didn't even need to call that out. We'll call him back. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell was that? Okay. Nice to have that sniper recon up front against infantry like that. Can really thin them out. I'm going to put these troops in here. Very interesting sniper rifle. Very cool. I like the Canadian Armed Forces. Canadians are a good bunch of people who really have made a good use of technology, and they've adopted everything that's good from all sides and all factions. You know, they have a little bit of French in them, and of course the Commonwealth as well, and then of course their neighbors to the south. The Americans have provided a lot of good stuff for them to use, and you know, good cheap transports with very talented infantry makes for a deadly bunch in real life, and also in this game. So shout out to any of you, by the way, in the Canadian Armed Forces, and thanks for being such good cousins up there, never causing any trouble up in Canada. Never any trouble up there. We do have some trouble coming down the road, though. We've got 4 armored vehicles, possibly troop transports. We've got a lot of... Oh, yes, it must be troop transports. We've got a lot of pissed-off tanks moving now. Here comes an attack. Here came an attack, at least. They were all hiding in one house. They heard there was a PS... They heard there was an Xbox One in one of the houses. Unfortunately, this is the 80s. Ooh, fuck. That was crazy. Alright, well, we'll have to just kill that with this then. Rather go for that command unit at this time. Oh, what a mess. Oh shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here, run. I think they're all, yep, they're all holding their helmets, so they are panicked. And you can see that icon there as well. Looks like they're finally making their attack. They've got plenty of infantry transports with them. Canadians out in the open here. We've got to get into cover then. Just was keeping them close to town. We'll press in a little bit more, though. The hell is that? 7.62? Oh, it's killing infantry. Well, stuff's blowing up, so I'm a little... Wow, all the Royal Marines are firing on all sides. That's amazing. Really cool to see. I don't know if we killed that group back there, that infantry. We may have, though. They haven't captured the zone. Okay, GR1 failed to drop his bombs. Unacceptable. If they would have dropped their bombs, they would have actually hit some of these units here. Royal Marines are down to 10. Alright, we're pretty close now, so we're going to get them with our abbots. I was trying to make sure that they didn't... I don't want them to get alpha at all, so I wanted to make sure it was completely bogged down for the enemy. Okay, we'll make sure this town is ours. And those aren't going to be too good. Scimitar's not going to be too good. Milans will be great in this town. No need for logistics at the moment. Artillery wrecked everything there, I think. Or well, definitely was using good use of the Marines there. Okay, we'll fall back and put up new troops on the line. Chinese making a good push, but not good enough. I believe that could be the command. No, that's AA. That's an AA infantry moving. GR1 dropping bombs. Not even caring about that Chinese AA like that. It's just worthless. I do have cheap transports, though, that I'm going to kill with cluster bombers. Ooh, they're going upriver. Let's get our rifles ready and our Royal Marines ready. I'm not exactly sure if... Oh, let's get them closer to the river. I don't think those 25mm can hit them from there. But we're going to move our Abbots now. Canadians are ready in town. They're moving in, baby. A lot of infantry on the attack. Abbots are going to have to come to the rescue. Recon's out, so we're going to have to go back for a supply. I'm going to call back the Milans. That's a no-go. Yep, they're full attacking now. They've got orders. They're trying to push really hard. You see the loot is back here as well. Canadians only losing a handful of men. Show them CQC. Use those Wolverine claws.
Sir, yes, sir.
Man, still one of those transports left. Amazing. Alright, we're going to send these Canadians in to talk these guys out peacefully. We're going to ask them to leave, is what we're going to do. Politely. Okay, they agreed. Alright, we got a minute left. We pretty much secured the entire area. Oop, enemy has Alpha all of a sudden. Just a few oh, of course, 1 minute before the end, of course. Damn, we're out of sniper rounds. Come on, Abbots, do your job. What the hell? Are you gonna cap the zone or what? Look at how close they are to the edge. Further range is great against these lighter transports. Alright, we did get that infantry unit. 18 seconds to go. Nicely done by the Abbot. Recon there, not seeing anything. They didn't even try to capture Foxtrot. We denied a capture at Alpha. Dosen't entrance is ours. Delta is ours. All of these positions held marvelously. The Chinese are in some bad hot water now. They lost a lot of their tanks, a lot of their infantry, and they're not having a good day. It's a draw, though, but they did lose a lot of units. Look at all that. The tornadoes just blowing up ZTSs and more of them, and just tons of infantry. Meanwhile, I don't know our losses. Maybe 1 unit, maybe? Maybe? Did the Canadians even... Oh my, I don't know if I took losses or not, but I probably did, but it was vastly minimal compared to what the enemy took. So, alright, I'll see you guys in the next round, and, well, we'll return to the map here, actually, and, see if we can end our turn. There's nothing else we can move, nothing else I can do. I can buy the artillery company, but Where would they go? I don't know. We'll buy them regardless because there's not a lot of units I can refit with. But what we'll do is we'll just keep them here so that way no sneaky crap goes down on Hong Kong Island. Kowloon was secured by the Light Horse Battalion. Tusan Wan has tanks in it. Sai Kung. Actually, when we finish, every unit, or there should be a unit in every province as well, so, or every sector, or every district, or whatever you want to call it. So we should be pretty solid. So I'll try to move in our aircraft carrier here to see if we can do anything against these troops that have landed. I'm not sure if it does anything to actually capture the naval sector behind them, but we'll give it a try. Obviously, they've already landed, though, but, I mean, they've landed with... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, they have Ludas. So I don't know if that's actually a ground unit. I don't know if we'll be able to fight that out at sea. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll see you guys. Until next time, password and Pimpan strong. Bye.